Rope Talk with Matt Juon.
Episode what?
Episode 31, ladies and gentlemen. Top Rope Talk here on Quiet Corner TV on YouTube. I'm Matt Dumont. He's Mike Moran.
And we're brought to you by
Our unofficial sponsor, Real American Beer.
and a great American Pilsner.
The best American Pilsner.
Yes, it is.
Shout out to one of our heroes in life,
Hulkster.
Terry Bollea, a.k.a. Hulk
Get
Hogan.
that Real American bandana.
R.I.P.,
Love it.
brother.
R.I.P., kid.
We appreciate you and your goddamn good beer.
We have a good, very good show.
I like this
Everybody
topic. Top 5 rivalries.
Doesn't matter the federation, doesn't matter the time period. Our top 5.
It's an opinion piece.
Opinion piece. I'm going to start off
Please do. Give me your number 5.
because I'm hoping it's his last match. My number 5, John Cena versus the rated R superstar. Not Adam Copeland, Edge.
Oh, hit that music.
Hit the music. I love.
Surprise final opponent. That would be the.
love it.
I mean, it won't be a surprise at that point.
But I would love it. I saw a couple things.
That'd be a
on
mark
this.
out.
It would be a mark out moment.
Like when he came back at the Rumble.
That was amazing. I think of this rivalry as really John's first big one. I mean, he was wrestling.
Huge rivalry. They went back and forth.
They went back and forth, dropped the
Couple
title back
years,
and forth.
man.
You know, a number 6 for me would be Orton and Cena, but my number 5 is Edge and Cena. When Cena just before he became Super Cena.
Okay, yeah.
Before he became the 80s Hulk Hogan, never losing a match. He'd always Hulk up, but Cena would just... The TLC match in Toronto where you thought Edge was going to win and he did the FU off
the ladder
through, and Edge took it. And you saw, and Cena's been one to talk about. He didn't want to talk about that. He did not want to do that, but that's what brought the fans up. Edge's...
All the haters out there. It's not fake.
You can't see me.
Scripted.
And you
It
can't
ain't
see him.
fucking
You
fake,
can't see
though.
him, okay? Exactly. How many times does fucking dude get hit in the back by a chair? How many times I get hit in the head? And he goes, oh shit. I said, fucking hit me in the head. It's not fake. Choreographed, not fake. But Edge and Cena are my number 5. 100%.
I'm going to go somewhere totally different for my number 5.
I love this. I love it.
My number 5 started in Japan, ended in ECW.
Oh shit.
Mike Awesome
Yes,
and Masato Tanaka.
So, before Matt goes on, the only match I saw those two was One Night Stand, ECW.
That was the last
2005.
one.
That was one of those like, holy shit, these guys can bring it. But continue.
Going back, I mean, FMW, Japan days.
Yep.
Awesome was the Gladiator back then. But I mean, you go to like the ECW matches, they didn't know then what we know now about unprotected chair shots and CTE and all the bad things that can happen. Masato Tanaka had steel folding chairs folded over his fucking head by a 6'8", 300-pound dude swinging.
Yes.
And he ate them.
Yep.
And every time I saw it, I mean, I'm, early 20s back then, like 98, 99. I'm 20, 21 years old, and I'm watching ECW shows, and this guy is just eating a fucking chair in the head. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Right. How can you do that? Yeah,
3-4 times. Wham! I'm like, fuck me, that hurt.
Yeah.
And he would just eat it.
And come back
and immediately hit like a fucking tornado, like that fucking, the spinning elbow. Wham!
Yeah, and it was fucking... And
then Awesome bombing him over the fucking ropes to the floor through a fucking table.
Right. You're right. That's one that... Listen, that's a good number 5.
It's a sleeper because a lot of folks haven't seen it.
As soon as you said Japan to ECW, I knew we were going because that match, the one match to complete
the one
match,
you saw.
I was like, holy shit.
And that was the last time they went at it because R.I.P. Mike died not too long after, unfortunately.
Yeah, it happens.
Tremendous talent.
Yep.
Died too soon.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Mike Awesome.
Absolutely.
That's my number 5.
Okay. Number 4, I'm going to do a nice little segue to my number 4 because it's these two guys right behind us. Hulk Hogan and the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Woo!
Number 4. That's a good number 4. You know why? Because it started in the 80s. And the rivalry happened because of the WWF and the NWA.
Because of the magazines.
What if?
Well,
it was
the
always a
big what if. The dream match.
And Vince screwed it up in 91. He 100% did. But at least we got it throughout the 90s. And in our last match was 2002. The last match that I feel like really counted was Hogan versus Flair Monday Night Raw for the undisputed title. It was a good match, a lot of run-ins, what we'd like to see, but these two brought it. In 94, when Hogan came over, beat Flair for the world title, and then they just went back and forth. And a lot, Hogan had a lot of retired Flair matches, which we didn't get, but WCW wasn't the best at booking. But Flair, his 16 titles, all but 2 of them were in the NWA WCW, if I'm calculating right.
You're 100% correct.
So their rivalry was big, and it started in the 80s before they even met. So that's what I'm starting with.
I like it.
Okay. Who do you got for Quattro?
My number 4, it's a 3-way rivalry. Ooh. And it's not so much the rivalry, it's what it meant to the business overall.
Okay.
Dudley's, Hardy's, Edge and Christian.
Yep.
Those 3-way matches.
1,000%.
Some of the greatest pro wrestling matches I've watched.
Yeah.
Most entertaining.
Yep. Yeah. Most people put
keep you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
You don't know who's going to win. And 90% of the time, Edge and Christian got away with it. They won a lot of those.
Snuck it through, yeah.
And you were always like, nope, Hardy's going to get him this time.
Yep.
Dudley's going to get him this time. Somehow.
And a spear, boom, and they win.
Quick slide in. Some just really good shit. And like I said,
good shit.
what it meant for the business. Because
keep talking.
I
gotta find some more real American beer.
Tag team wrestling was kind of on the back burner at this point in the business. And whether, it was a money thing, it's easier to pay 2 singles than it is to pay 2 teams, or in this case, 3 teams. But you couldn't deny what they did, what they had in the ring, the entertainment value they brought. So they had to keep going back to that well. So now you're paying 6 dudes for a match. Okay, I'll eat it because it's good enough. Vince at least saw the value and kept it going, and I appreciate him for that. That's my number 4.
Before I say my number 3, real American beer, you need to come to Connecticut.
You need to come to every fucking state, especially ours.
I just reached into my cooler.
We're out of them.
We're out.
And we have to hunt them down throughout
literally hunt them down.
Massachusetts.
A little bit of Rhode Island. And then when I run out of real American beer, what am I supposed to do? Oh, hold on.
Oh, I like this idea.
Bubba's.
Here's a real American whiskey company.
Pancake whiskey. Oh, boy.
Pancakes and bacon. It's
I
delicious.
love pancakes and what? Bacon and whiskey. But it's
pancakes,
flavored.
bacon, and whiskey.
What?
All in one. It's like breakfast in a shot.
My God. Love you.
Salud.
Salud.
So, that's my number 4.
Woo!
Woo! What do you got at 3? Sure.
My number 3. That was delicious, by the way.
They're good.
The early 2000s.
Okay.
Late 99. You and I discussed this. I went a couple of different ways, but I'm going this. Triple H versus Dude Love, Mankind.
I'm glad I turned you. You said Batista, which was a great rivalry.
Dude
Cactus Jack is the 3rd one you're looking at.
Thank you. Whew. That was
the fucking best version of Foley. By
absolutely. Triple H really became a top tier guy during that series, and really
through that rivalry. That's how he became a top guy.
Because he would take those bumps. We all knew Cactus Jack.
Well, he wrestled Mankind, and then he wrestled Dude Love, and then it was the No Holds Barred match. And you remember the promo on the video screen, and Hunter's in the ring, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna bring my friend instead for this match."
Boom!
Now he's Cactus Jack, and Triple H, as good as he was, sold it perfectly. Like that look on his face, like, "Oh shit!"
I don't care what you say about Triple H because it's Stephanie, this and that. The guy can perform. The guy's talented.
He can go in the ring.
He will take a chair shot. He'll bust himself open. He'll go through tacks. He did it all. It's kind of like, and again, he's not on the list, but kind of like what Randy Orton did when he took on Foley in 2004. You thought he was a pretty boy. He can't take this. He can't take that. Foley put him over, But Orton
made him earn it.
Exactly. And I think that's the biggest
I'm going to
thing.
backdrop in some thumbtacks.
And
This
he
shit's
did it.
going to hurt
And that's
Junior.
where Orton, is one of the best ever. But he went through his growing pains, and he had to earn a lot of things, and Foley put him through it. So my number 3, all day long, Triple H, Mr. Paul Levesque right now, versus the three faces
COO.
of
CCO, Chief Content
That's right, CCO.
Officer.
CCO. But
CCO.
Yeah, they brought it. That's my number 3.
I like it. You had brought one to my attention earlier, and I'm going to go a little after the one you brought. Mm-hmm. You had said our guy Nate and Mr. Steamboat.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the rivalry that followed Steamboat, which was Ric Flair and Terry Funk.
Listen,
I'm a funker at heart.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to do a little giveaway. My top 2 include Ric Flair. So, continue.
That's hilarious.
It is.
You had mentioned Steamboat, which was great.
But the Funk one in the, was it 88?
It was right after the trio of matches with Steamboat. Because the third one, that's where Funk came into the ring,
and he gave the pile
and Rick kind of shit on him, and then Terry pile drived him on a fucking table.
Hit him with a southpaw, popped him, and game over. Terry Funk, my God,
one of the unsung heroes of pro wrestling.
Hardcore wrestlers who would take fucking bumps. Hey, listen, we talked about already Mike Awesome and Tanaka in 2005. Remember that match he had? Looked like he was dying. I thought somebody killed him in that match.
That was in 06. That was the second one.
That was the second one. He looked like he was dead. Couldn't stop bleeding. He was screaming. I'm like,
he was tied up in barbed wire on that piece of plywood on the floor.
What's going on?
Cut my arm. It's wrapped around.
I'm like, what is happening?
His eyes bleeding. He was a mess.
It was a mess. So Terry,
and mind you, he's in his mid-50s.
Yeah, Terry Funk. My Lord, could take a beating. He could sell. Remember Foley and Undertaker when he chokeslammed him out of his shoes?
And you want to talk about a different time in wrestling? Can you tell me Terry Funk's finishing move?
No. I have no idea what it is.
Step over toe hold.
A what?
Step over toe hold. Like the precursor to a figure 4. Like wrap the dude's leg around yours, grab him by the toes, and pull on it.
When did he do that?
That was his finisher back when he was NWA champion.
When he was the NWA champion.
Yeah.
Not before
80s.
he became crazy, Terry Funk.
Yeah, before hardcore Terry Funk, his finishing move was a fucking step over toe.
Here's what you think about. Funk was in WWF taking on Hogan for the world title. Yep. He branded him.
Yep.
So Mr. T, I'm gonna send that to Matt later on. Mr. T and Hulk Hogan promo from 1985. When the Hulkster was talking about getting branded, and Mr. T jumped in and said, "I got your back, Hulkster." It was a funny promo. But that's where Terry Funk made it to the WWF. He's been in the back and forth. The Funks are a name of wrestling.
My favorite Hulk Hogan promo doesn't have him in it. Has his name in it. It's by Booker T. We coming for you! Shout out to Booker T.
By the way, shout out to Booker T. And shout out to Booker T by saying that this past week he had an interview and he was saying that Hulkster wasn't a racist.
No.
So can we all please get on? Please. It's enough.
It's not a bad guy.
Not a bad guy. All right. You got Funk and Flair. My number 2.
Yeah, that was my 3.
Is Steamboat and Flair.
Which was the precursor.
I have a save.
3 of the best matches I've ever watched.
I have it saved on my Instagram to play it at some time, but it is literally, it's a minute long of Ric Flair and Steamboat chopping each other. And Flair would chop, but then Steamboat would do like a double chop.
Ricky would come with both hands.
Both hands right across the chest, and he'd send
the martial arts chop.
Oh my God, yeah, I mean, those matches were by far, you think about the late 80s NWA, precursor WCW, for the big gold. It was like poetry in motion, and Flair would say they wouldn't talk before the match. They would never say, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to hit this spot. They just went with it. We don't see much of that in this day and age. I think if we think...
Storytelling is a lost art.
Storytelling is a lost art. I look at right now, honestly, and they're not on my list. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. But I feel like a Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns can go in the ring and not say anything to each other and just go. Because they've had plenty of big matches. I think Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns can go. I think Cody Rhodes can pretty much wrestle anybody and go without having scripted matches. But Flair and Steamboat, because they were wrestling in the late 70s too, for the U.S. heavyweight title. So way back when. And that was wrestling. You had Gordon Soley talking and listening to him. Craziest thing is that throughout this, and I know we're going to stay on point, but I was listening to the Hogan Triple H, the 6 minute long, the first one. Hogan died on 24th. They had SmackDown on 25th. And Jim Ross calling Hogan and The Rock. And listening to Jim Ross talk about Hogan and Rock in the match was like listening to Gordon Solie call a Steamboat Flair match in the 80s. Or the early 80s. So it's a art form, but these guys brought it. They really did. So that's my number
question.
2. That's definitely my number 2. You're going to like my number 1, though.
I'm sure I will.
Yeah.
We're fans.
Rare.
My number 2 also involves the guy to my left.
Yeah.
It also involves the American Dream, baby.
Oh, shit.
Dusty Rhodes.
I'm not doing Gold Dust either.
Nope. Dust was the man.
Listen, you're picking up a lot of stuff that they were on the cusp, but listen, those matches, my God.
And this was before pay-per-view. This
Yeah.
was before you could actually like absorb it like you can now.
This is,
like,
I mean, Dusty.
like you followed and you knew, like if you knew, like if you were a fan, you knew, you know what I mean?
This
But
is
you
why the
didn't know.
NWA was so great, because if you looked at Dusty, you looked at Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, these guys didn't look in particular best shape, especially Dusty with that big
Birthmark.
birthmark on his belly. But when he beat
A little chubby.
a little chubby, yeah, baby. But he put just his promos. He couldn't sell. Like I watched him take like bumps. He literally, I'm like, it must have been frustrating to work with because he did not sell a punch or anything.
You know what he could do? Deliver bionic elbows.
And get a comeback and get the crowd over. He screamed a little bit. Yep. So Dusty and Flair could just play the fucking great heel. Honestly, that was probably my number 6.
Okay.
You know, because because you think about that was the early to mid 80s.
Yep.
And when Dusty
My
won,
early fandom, like
Yeah.
right when I started, it was Flair and Dusty. It was everyone against the Horsemen. Like the Horsemen were just the bad
the
guys.
old school steel cages, old school.
Everyone juiced.
Yes. Everybody bleeding everywhere.
Both ways juiced.
My God.
Both in the gym and in the ring. Lots of juice in the 80s.
We're gonna keep the Flair thing going because my number 1.
Oh, here we go.
My number 1 is because of, I think in my, here's the thing is late 80s, early 90s, I'm, 8, 9 years old, 10, and I'm looking at my hero over here is the Hulkster. But then there's this other guy from Venice Beach, California.
You know what's funny? We were
Who's
talking
the other
about it before the show started, and it was in my top 5, and it's definitely not because it's not my number 1.
But it's okay.
So it's probably 6.
It's
But I know exactly where you're going.
So then there's this other guy from,
Sorry.
there's this
I didn't
other
mean to
guy
cut
from
you off.
Venice Beach, California. Ooh. Blonde hair. Buzz cut.
Surfer Sting.
Surfer Sting. My God, the
Made him.
The late '80s. If
Clash.
if WCW had
What was it, Clash 3? That was the first big match.
the Great American Bash, you beat him.
Great American Bash is when he beat him for the title, but
That's when he went for
before
an hour.
that,
It was the Clash of
it was,
Champions.
I think it was the third Clash where it was like 45 minutes or something. And it went to a draw.
He had him in Scorpion and he wouldn't tap. Or
And
he
it
tapped when that when
It was after the clock had gone off, yes.
So-
But that's when like Sting was really a made guy.
If
as
there's
they
one
say.
thing with Flair, he made a lot of guys. The one big guy he
made
made
Sting.
was Sting.
No doubt.
And Sting admits it. Sting talks about it.
He has admitted it since day
has
one.
admitted it
Like,
since day
I
one.
owe a lot of my career to
Ric
that
Flair.
man
And-
right there.
And Sting, my God. Hogan said in a couple of interviews that he told Vince we needed Sting. Because you think about Sting's coming up, he was
never left.
never left. He stayed because he didn't want, I think one of the best interviews is when WCW got bought out by WWE. Sting sat home for a while before TNA signed him, and he was watching the guys that went to WCW to WWE. They were
That were in WCW.
and
with
WCW,
him.
they were getting basically pushed to the ground. And Sting didn't want that for his character. Listen, I am a Hulk Hogan fan. I don't know if you guys realize that. I loved Hogan's 02.
You know what's
I loved Hogan's 02 to 03 run. One of my favorite, Voodoo Child coming out. But there was a lot of times where I'm like, Vince is going to make him pay. Vince is going to make him pay. Hogan got squashed by Kurt Angle, who's a better wrestler.
fair?
He got squashed by Brock Lesnar, who's a better wrestler.
Fair.
It was the way he lost. That Vince is like squashed.
Humble him.
The crowd
What are you, the
wasn't
fucking
excited. He made fucking, you know.
What are you, the sheik? I humbled you.
I humbled you.
Fuck your
And
ass.
that's where I look at where
Humble Hulk
I'll
Hogan.
humble him. Like Hogan coming up Miss America. I love that gimmick. It was fucking hilarious.
That was tremendous.
That was hilarious.
That was one of the greatest
But
things he did.
Sting didn't come to WWE because he didn't want his character to get buried because Vince never created him. We've seen it happen. You know, the real guys that came, like Chris Jericho did well. Booker T did well after the invasion. Then Booker T did well.
Yeah.
But Jericho did well. 5 times. Then it became 6 times. King Booker.
Well,
King Booker!
Jericho also.
Booker!
Jericho also.
King Booker!
Charmel.
Yeah, Sharpell.
Jericho also came over before
He knew.
WCW had shit the bed. So I think Vince
he
took
knew.
that into consideration
He
too,
did the
which
same
is
thing with
why
Big
he
Show.
got a better
With Big
push.
Show, he did the same thing. But there is a Sting and Flair by far, if you want to watch a wrestling match, a little bit better than the Steamboat. That's all, because his comebacks on Flair were the Hogan no sells, the Hulk up, big boot and leg drop. When he started getting the chop and he just started staring at him, then pounded the chest and screamed. And
No
did
sell the
oh,
chop,
the nose,
yeah.
that was just
The
like,
Ric Flair chop, and he'd eat a couple and just be like,
yeah, and that's all it was. You know, that's my number one.
I like
But
it.
I know your number one is going to be very entertaining. Let's hear it.
My number one rivalry in the history of pro wrestling is pretty simple. Austin versus Vince.
And
Without question.
I said Austin Rock in my pre-show. We were having a conversation.
We were having that chat, and I
But
did like that one, and I didn't want to drop this on him, but
I apologize leaving this out because WWE is still in existence right now after the Monday Night Wars because of
that rivalry.
Because of that rivalry.
Right there.
Because we all loved it. We all
Who
loved
didn't love Austin at that point?
My God.
He was anti-authority.
Yep.
He was anti...
He wasn't a good guy. He wasn't a bad
everything.
guy. He wasn't
I
a heel.
mean, he
wasn't a
was
face.
Sandman, but he was the slightly more PG. He wasn't ripping butts on the way to the ring.
He was just drinking beer.
Yeah. Drink beers, flip off your
off,
boss. Don't give a fuck attitude.
I love it.
And
It's-
here we are, late teens, early 20s,
this is my 1A.
watching this dude just kick ass every fucking Monday night.
Where I'm 18, 19, Matt's 20, 21, and
Vince is getting him locked up. Like, oh my God, he's fucking throwing him in jail. This is sick.
And Vince is the worst seller of all time, but it was funny.
Worst stunner ever.
Worst. The first one where he
Yeah.
just kind of collapsed into it.
Yeah. Still the worst one ever.
Still the worst one.
Ever.
Ever.
Some guys haven't done it well. Vince did it exceptionally unwell.
Right. And still took a bad stunner to this day. The best one, maybe Shane was pretty up there. Best
Shane
ones.
was good. Scott Hall oversold.
Oversold. The
Kind of
double-
like Dwayne, too. Dwayne was always good at
Dwayne flopped
overselling.
all over the place, yeah.
The big spring up, float it backwards into the ropes. You didn't get hit with a bomb, bud. Like,
Listen, that's a phenomenal one. That is something, I don't know why I don't think it, but I like to call this my 1A. So if Flair and Sting are 1, Stone
See that?
Cold
Sneak
and
one in on him once in
McMahon
a
are
while.
1A. I'll listen. The monster knows.
but no, like I said, like when we were talking, Sting and Flair were definitely in my top 5. But the more I thought about it, they're
They
probably
slipped,
6.
but they slipped. Yeah, that's all right.
Probably 6.
Because the rivalry that we're still here talking about to this day is Stone Cold and
It's every
It
man.
is.
It's
every
dude
man or woman.
going.
Yeah.
If you love your boss, congratulations. I'm happy as fuck for you. You are in a very small minority.
Pequeño.
Muy pequeño.
Muy pequeño. Because most of us don't.
Not our bosses, but I mean just the system.
Sure.
Which is what
I'll say
Austin fought.
I'll say it, the overall administration. Hey, right here.
Middle fingers up, X is down, however you want to fucking do it. I mean, DX was more juvenile. Austin was the blue collar guy.
of course.
I drink beer. I beat the shit out of people. I hate my fucking boss.
I'm going to get into my Ford F-150.
Yep.
And
I'm going to drive my pickup truck to the ring or the fucking Zamboni, or the beer truck.
Love it. The best.
The ultimate fucking redneck.
Love it. We all
Ultimate
love
rivalry.
them. We all love them. And anybody,
What?
what? And
What?
What? And any guy that we saw, out
What?
that was shaved head with a goatee, we thought of Stone Cold. What? I said any guy we saw with a shaved
What?
head. To go, what? Exactly.
Pafumi, where you at?
Oh fuck. What?
Beat me if you can. Survive if I let you.
He's calling you out.
Get your ass up here so we can
What?
put you through a table with some shit.
Oh shit. Listen, that was a good one. Top 5 rivalries, and
Good show.
Here's what you think of guys and
And
gals.
there's a
out there
dozen
watch.
more. Like
There's
you
a dozen
said,
more.
like I left Sting and Flair off my top 5. Not a fucking chance it's not in my top 5, but somehow I left it out.
I was glad to put Stone Cold and McMahon in 1A.
Yeah, just slide one in.
I'd slide one in because I made a mistake, and we're allowed to because we're wrestling fans. Because I was like, oh shit, how did I forget that one? Must be too many Real American beers.
Hey,
Real American beers.
shout out again to our unofficial sponsor.
Can you come to Connecticut? My God.
Appreciate you, boys.
Episode 31, top 5 rivalries. Please, in the comments, let us know what you want to hear.
Like, comment, subscribe. Quiet Corner Television Quiet Corner TV on YouTube.
What?
Acknowledge us.
The number 1
Numero uno, folks. That
wrestling
means
show
there's no one
in all
better.
Northeastern Connecticut. I don't know what you think, but
We got it.
Listen. Till next time.
You know his
Peace.
name. You know
What?
my name. You know the show. Like we said, like, comment, subscribe. Quiet Corner TV on YouTube.
Too sweet. We'll see you next week.
See you.